What's going on, Central Unit? Is the Central Man here. So, back again with another live reaction. This time I'm doing a live reaction of the Barclays Premier League match between Manchester United and Chelsea. And it looks like I don't think this match is going to happen. I think it'll still go and happen, but I think it's going to call off due to the rain. Because of the pitch could be waterlogged. If it's waterlogged, so what the hell? The point when I'm doing a live stream if the match is not going to happen. So, I hope it's not going to cancel. It's like the match is going to start. So the team news for Man United and Chelsea. Maybe I think I might do doing a live reaction of I think Arsenal and Leicester or Leicester Arsenal. That'll be tomorrow. I'm not doing a live reaction of Liverpool Sheffield United. It's a very easy game. I was planning to if it was not so good games coming on this week, maybe some other time. Waiting for good games, finding a good game to do a live reaction. Waiting for the start. Wait for the first half to start. It continues. See, City drew 1-1 with West Ham. So, wow, City's falling down the pecking order. They might come back. I don't see Everton going to challenge for the league. I don't think so. I like Everton, or Leeds. I think it's going to be Liverpool. I think Liverpool can still win the league. They had some, 2 bad games. They got thumped 7-2 by Aston Villa away, and then they drew against Everton in the derby, Merseyside derby last week. I can see him bouncing back. Just wait for the game to start. Anyway, so the team news for Manchester United. So we got David De Gea in net. The back four, it's a back four. We got Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof. I think he's shit, Lindelof. I don't think what hell who's scouting Lindelof? I don't think he drops too many clangers. Anyway, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, and Luke Shaw. The midfield is Scott McTominay, Fred, Mata, and Fernandes, and likely and you play. It's more of a winger. In the wings, you got Dan James, Bruno Fernandes, and Dan James and Bruno Fernandes. No, I think Bruno Fernandes is more like on the wings. And then up front is Marcus Rashford. So basically, it's like a 4-2-3-1. No, 4-2-3-1. I think I said it. Anyway, substitutes, you've got Pogba, Cavani, Greenwood, Henderson, Matic, Van den Beek, and Zombie. Yeah, it is 4-2-3-1. So basically, I think Fernandes in the middle, Mata and James on the wings, and then Rashford up front. I don't think he's that good, Rashford, to be honest. Okay, for Chelsea, you got Mendy. I don't know about Mendy. I can't really give an opinion about Edouard Mendy. He might be good, who knows? But anyway, the defense, you got Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Kurt Zouma, and Reece James. And then you got actually James is a midfielder. Why is Zouma's in midfield? What? Is that 3 in the back? Why is it 3 in the back? I thought it was like a it's back 4, James, Chilwell, Jorginho, and Kante. And then on the wing, I think Werner's up front. On the wing, why Werner's? I don't understand why Werner's not up front. Is it playing the false 9? Why? Oh, it's a 4-3. No, 4-3. Yeah, 4-3 in the back. I don't know, man. They did win the league at 3 in the back, but 1 second. Please started.
And ahead of kickoff, a United message against racism.
And wow, Barcelona got beat by Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid's league.
There has been a real business about teams visiting Old Trafford of late. Manchester United have had plenty of success on their travels, excluding neutral venues. They've actually won their last 10 away matches.
The last live reaction I did was the Old Firm derby between Celtic and Rangers. it really had good views. It's got about, so far, about 200 views. That's good. You know, people say, oh, that's copyright. I'm not even a big channel, guys.
Next weekend.
Anyway, I can do the hell I want.
First, ahead of those, a match against a Chelsea team who ended their hopes of domestic silverware last season. First feel of the ball on a wet night for David De Gea. The rain has been relentless here for a good few hours. It may well be, as Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank says, a night for strikers. There are plenty of them in reserve for both teams.
The benches are so strong.
I think I will do a live reaction between Arsenal and Leicester. Or Leicester and Arsenal.
It's Bruno Fernandes.
I think it's at the King
Power. We've had that awful start last week with the own goal, from which Manchester United did manage to bounce back at Newcastle.
Leicester, yeah, they dropped. Yeah, they're doing all right.
Sure, a boyhood Chelsea fan. Very nearly joined them in Jose Mourinho's second spell in charge. Thiago Silva.
And wide.
Zuma has, as we expected, started on the left of the three. Run back here by Scott McTominay. And here is Jorginho picking out Reece James. Azpilicueta, the regular captain, hasn't always been a regular in the Premier League selection this season for Chelsea. Thiago Silva still very much finding his feet in this league.
He's too old.
A difficult match against West Brom. They have had their difficulties.
I'm sorry, he's too old. I think Chelsea should have got a young defender instead of like let's have a 36. I don't know how old is Thiago. He's got to be in his late 30s. You know, they should have gone and bought like I don't know. They should have gone by a young defender. I don't know about that Tamari. I don't think he's going to make it at Chelsea. Who knows? Chelsea's defense is so wonky.
Jorginho looking to cut that back four apart. Lindelof, though, stands up to get the header away. Mata gets the flick to McTominay. Must have been hard, though, bearing in mind his form in midweek, to leave Axel Tuanzebe out.
Yeah, I think he'll obviously have considered him, but there's so much football. I'm sure he'll play against Leipzig in the Champions League this midweek.
He and Wallace did so well against Mbappe and Neymar.
I don't know about this till Sunday.
Azpilicueta looking to reach Werner. Maguire in there solidly. And here is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who scored his first senior goal in that last league match against Newcastle. Manchester United came strong late on in scoring terms. Here's Shaw.
Oh, that's good.
Slips it through here to Dan James.
Yeah, the rain could play a massive part.
Reece James.
Dan James. I don't know about Dan James. You know, there's a potential, but he's only young. Can't slag him off too soon.
Chelsea's midweek goalless draw against Sevilla, the first scoreless draw of Frank Lampard's reign as Chelsea manager. After the goals they've been shitting, he will have been happy with the clean sheet.
Against Chilwell.
There's Chilwell.
Oh, against Werner.
Now Pulisic.
He's lost the ball.
From him, but Wan-Bissaka known for the timing of his tackles.
That's a bit greedy.
On there. Ron James trying to avoid another. Across there to help, but it is Reece James who, in the end, emerges with it.
He's work cut out down that side. Daniel James. He's got Reece James to get past. Then Azpilicueta, who's a natural right back, who will just come across into that space. Just have two to beat.
Here's Victor Lindelof. By Zuma. Harry Maguire back in the shake-up after the injury that kept him out in Paris. One of 5 players this season who started every single Premier League match.
Wow.
Another, he's the only one who started every single league match since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over. There have been times when that position has been under threat, not least after the goals he gifted to Giroud and Mount at Wembley last season. There is the added pressure of that man being back here now. Just getting a bit of extra nutrition.
Looks like he's coming on soon. Sticking chocolate.
I feel like a protein bar.
Here's Lindelof. Now Wan-Bissaka.
These protein bars nowadays, they're like disguised chocolate.
Yeah.
You can tell yourself that they're good for you.
Just put it in a protein wrapper.
Yeah.
Here's McTominay. Now Shaw. Looking for Rashford, but Jorginho is in the way. This is Fred.
Here comes Fernandes. Any assists
Fernandes to
today?
Mata.
Who knows?
McTominay.
Fernandes. Have it to Lindelof.
Here's Lindelof.
Not Shaw. Shaw. Fred.
Fred. This is Maguire.
Yeah, Maguire. He's doing. Yeah, see, he does the Chelsea press again.
So keeping a tight shape to force Manchester United back.
Good so far, Chelsea, the way they've set up. It's difficult for United to play the ball through.
Oh, no. On the ball back.
Not lucky as it came back to him from Jorginho. That time Azpilicueta does find a man in Havertz. It's Fernandes who picked it up again. Back from Werner. Here's N'Golo Conte. Now Jorginho.
I think we saw Halloween.
This is Zuma.
Might do a Halloween live stream. You know, like a live reaction to a football match on Halloween.
One player that they're looking for is that space in behind Lindelof and Maguire. His runs, Pulisic's runs. You know those 2 players, if they get in a one-on-one race, the beating of them.
Lampard back at the setting of his first game as Chelsea manager, where he felt they were a little unlucky to finish on the wrong end of a 4-0 scoreline. The woodwork on a couple of occasions. Here's Maguire. Fernandes was frustrated then that his run was ignored. Maguire just held on, I think. Concerned he might have been offside.
Not really good games on the 20 plus.
But it's James on the receiving end. And he was offside.
I'm not sure that is going to be the route for Manchester United. Chelsea so compact, that back 5 stretched across the pitch. To get from Maguire over the top, particularly with the rain that's coming down on the pitch, it'll just skip through to the goalkeeper. That just goes early. Such a difficult pass. Try and get through a back 5, that one.
And Fred.
Here's Fred. And frustration for Daniel James. That one rolled in behind him, although Fred feels that James could have done more.
I think any footballer ever minds rain coming onto the pitch. It makes it quicker, but it's been absolutely throwing it down now for 3 or 4 hours here. It's getting beyond the point of working for the players. It's difficult.
good job that the drainage on modern pitches is as good as it is. In days past, this would have been a fixture under threat from the weather. Here's Harry Maguire. Now Lindelof.
Likely that finish
Short.
at 8. So probably do it that's about 2.5 life I'm
Back
doing.
to him from James.
It doesn't matter.
Mata. Now McTominay.
It doesn't matter.
So I thought about Wan-Bissaka, but in the end looks the other way. And just trying to roll it into the path of Shaw, but it was well read by Cesar Azpilicueta.
Benefit of having him there, in that right channel behind Reece James. Natural. Could be a position that could suit him as he gets more experience. Particularly having him outside him who can run up and down all day.
Azpilicueta in his 9th season at Chelsea now. Won the big honours in that time. There's a man in Manchester United have up their sleeve today, Edinson Cavani. His scoring record
250 goals.
for itself.
Wow. 2 more head of Aguero. Messi scored on 3-5-2. One second, I'm going to rewind a little bit. Messi on 3-3-2. Sorry, 4-3-2 for Messi. You know, for major European leagues since what 2007. Fucking hell, man. Let me think. Messi, you know, yeah, 432. Ronaldo on 416. Cavani's on 250. And Aguero's on 248. Wow, fucking hell. Rooney's not far. Probably like top, like, kind of like in that
to Timo
200
Werner.
mark.
Cleared for now by Harry Maguire.
Maguire will be aware of that. As soon as Jorginho gets on it, he'll be looking for that pass in behind Maguire.
Here's Zuma.
This was quite
Thiago Silva.
great with his pro. I don't know what that's a Swiss bank account.
Here's James.
No,
These
not
two
making that
teams are
Swiss
playing
cheese
like
or
they've got
Swiss
defensive
chocolate.
problems. They're both really cautious and compact.
Like a fucking
If you make a
Toblerone.
mistake,
Well, by Bruno Fernandes taking down Jorginho.
Stewart.
Here's Zuma.
Zuma.
This is James. Maybe you do have a choice of sound. If you do prefer it with the artificial crowd noise, then Sky Sports Main Event is your channel. If you just want to hear the coaches' voices and the beating of the rain around the track, then stay with us on Sky Sports Premier League.
it's very safe at this moment in time. United not looking to push, Chelsea not looking to pass forward too much. It's a stalemate.
Here's Zuma. Now Conte. Can he pick the lock?
Ooh,
Maguire
great
in the way.
interception by
So
Maguire.
have made the run. It's back by Fred. They're picking out a ball to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who finds Scott McTominay. Needs to be a sureness of touch here. Manchester United have been great tourists. They've won everywhere from Luton to Paris, Brighton twice, and Newcastle as well in between. But here at home, it has been dismal for them. Lost both, conceded 9 goals, as many as they let in during the previous 11 Premier League matches here.
United's problem in the early days of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it was that they were good on the counter-attack away from home, but struggled when teams sat back against them at Old Trafford. Shut down. Ahead. Zuma.
It has been a shocker for them here. 4th time in a row that London has been calling, with Chelsea following West Ham, Palace and Tottenham here. But right back to that Southampton game, it's been a grim run for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. His team haven't won a home game since their 5 goals they scored against Bournemouth here. Conceded a couple in that too. A lovely ball then from Jorginho, which put United under pressure, forced Luke Shaw into conceding the corner. And Chelsea just growing in threat here.
6 in for Chelsea. To get everyone back.
Chilwell's corner came all the way out towards Zuma. The strike by Pulisic wasn't the cleanest.
Very poor.
Here's Werner. Now N'Golo Conte. Back out towards Werner. Had to stretch to keep it in. Now Pulisic. And nowhere to go by McTominay. Chilwell, who'd taken the corner, has now resumed his more natural position and come across to take the throw-in. By Jorginho to Cesar Azpilicueta.
Wow, Chelsea's on the position. 75% to United.
Chelsea just stepping it up here as the cross is swung in. It's cleared by Maguire. Conte's header back. And now Thiago Silva. Cleared by Wan-Bissaka. Chilwell, Werner. And now Zuma. Chelsea just facing the same problem that United had when they had the ball, of finding that killer pass. It come from a cross here from Reece James. It's blocked by Maguire. James again. Rescued that for Reece James. Thiago Silva looking for the angled ball to Ben Chilwell. Wan-Bissaka denies him the crossing opportunity.
Good runners in the box as well, Chilwell. Some Werner making their runs across United's defenders. United just getting pushed back.
With this stalemate, but having soaked up what United had, Chelsea testing the home team's defensive resolve now. Pulisic drops it across into an awkward area, but only a United presence there. Scott McTominay. There's Havertz. Now Conte. Tomlin preventing the corner. Havertz. Conte. Wan-Bissaka was able to get his body in the way of Chilwell. A little bit of a spat between Fernandez and Coutinho, and Fernandez taking a risk in raising a hand. Thiago Silva. Shaw. Now Maguire. His final Manchester United appearance, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, against Chelsea as an extra time substitute. FA Cup final defeat.
What more urgency from his team. Sluggish start to this game, just generally. Not really with any risk or any great tempo at all.
Here's Zuma. This is Reece James looking for Werner. Going to clear though Lindelof. Pulisic who's picked it up. Cleared by Lindelof once more. Here's Thiago Silva. Now Conte. Not too much on there for Thiago Silva.
See, Chelsea have been dominated with the ball. Attacking United, but not really creating anything.
Fourth game in charge of Chelsea, which brings him back to the venue of his first. Certainly familiar opponents. These sides met 4 times last season, and Chelsea's only win was that FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. Their only win in their last 7 matches against United. And it's more than 7 years since they won here with a Juan Mata goal near the end of Rafa Benitez's reign. Here's Lindelof. Now Wan-Bissaka. Rashford with the touch. And he wins a corner.
Much better. Wan-Bissaka's pass opens everything up, gets it into Rashford's feet, and he's off. First time we've seen a bit of urgency in the passing from United. It came from the right back.
Bruno Fernandes with the corner here for Manchester United. There's Maguire who got up. Werner pursued by Fred. No real outlet there. Oh, yeah. This is Lindelof. Fernandes. Here's Mata. Now Shaw. Broken up again by Chelsea. It's the first time they've used this system in the league since the Wolves game at the back end of last season. So far they've kept their shape, they've done well, they've looking for an opportunity here with Havertz to slide it through. They were looking for a flag there anyway against Timo Werner, which never came.
Well, even initially, next running behind Luke Shaw, just onside. It may have been as well. With the one Saka pass into Rashford, the one from Chilwell into Havertz is a good one. Got to feed the strikers more. Both teams get involved in this game.
We do still see that a lot, don't we, from defenders looking across at the linesman, who are told anyway not to raise their flag until the move has played out.
Both look like they were offside from up here, but then find out they're not. Look at the replay.
Chilwell here. It's Pulisic who picks it up. Chilwell just waited a moment and Fred saw his opportunity and ends up giving away a free kick.
Silly one from Fred, really. Can't win the ball there. Chilwell's got his body in front, he's waiting for him, draws him in. Dangerous position. They take a set piece in the game like this where both teams set up not to concede in this first half an hour.
Reece James, who just tries to catch the goalkeeper out of position. I think he saw a gap and went for it.
You see De Gea just looking out towards the bunch running in, doesn't get fooled by it.
That's Mata with a cross, and it's Reece James who gets it away. Maguire. Now McTominay. Lindelof. This time Maguire does play in Dan James. Better to take on, tried to slide in Juan Mata, but he gets another chance for James. Fred. Tominay strike, blocked by Pulisic.
Pulisic well.
Well, Edouard Mendy in the Chelsea goal had a very quiet introduction to the Premier League against Crystal Palace and not been given much work to do here either. Fernandes just checking all his teeth are still intact.
Oh!
Well, I'm not sure what he saw there, but that could have been an horrendous foul.
He doesn't want that. He's had problems with goalkeepers, Frank Lampard. He's nearly dragged it into his own net. Awkward.
Mata's corner. As McTominay went down in the box. No real great appeals there from United. Fred has won another corner. He's talking about it now.
Thanks for that.
Mata with the corner. Header away by Zuma. Fernandes trying the strike, which is cleared by Kai Havertz. Here's Mata. Now Shaw. And it's Bruno Fernandes. That is straight at the goalkeeper.
Well, just a little bit of space for Bruno Fernandes, and there's a bit of panic in that Chelsea defence. Thiago just sprints out, as does Zuma. The danger then becomes a deflection.
Here's Conte. Havertz takes over. He's got Reece James here to his right. Aimed for Chilwell, but Wan-Bissaka got up. And Jorginho does well to win it back. That's from Werner is cleared by Maguire. Here's Conte. Chilwell away from Fernandes. Cleared that time by Harry Maguire. Chilwell. Now Pulisic. And straight out the goalkeeper.
Whether he could have gone in a little bit more, Pulisic, as he gets McTominay pushing back into his box. He tried and just committed. Manchester United defenders opened up for him.
Here's Fred. From James to Cesar Azpilicueta. Here's Pulisic. Great run from him, and it was deflected.
Chelsea are more dangerous. Fred's touch lets him down. The second one as well. Pulisic just robs it off him. It's Lindelof who sticks a leg out and deflects wide. So they're having the better of it though, the away team.
It's the menace of Chelsea is growing here. And it's Ben Chilwell with the corner kick. Cleared by Maguire. James was eased out of the way by Bruno Fernandes. Conte urged back by his manager. Here's Azpilicueta. Now James. Here's McTominay. Run back by Bruno Fernandes. Great early ball from Mata. It's Marcus Rashford! Ooh. And Mendy produces the save.
It could be really disappointing, Marcus Rashford. I thought there was a big gap in that far corner. Thiago and Jorginho make a mess of it, and then he's out of position. First time in the game. Azpilicueta doesn't know whether to play offside or go back. He's well out of his goal. Mendy. Look at that far corner. It's just too close to him.
Mata pulls his corner all the way out towards Bruno Fernandes. See what they were trying, although it didn't come off. Fernandes, wonderful ball. Mata. Here's Shaw. Here's McTominay.
This is the moment he's been waiting for. 35 minutes in. Just thought he could have gone an extra yard maybe. If you see that gap in the far corner. Keeper's well off his line. I think he'd have finished it.
He's never missed one from down there.
He's saying take it on a bit further, I think. Just maybe sees that gap and decides to go early.
Here's Maguire. Shaw.
Both teams are playing within themselves a little bit. I think when you play games like this, you can't really complain if you lose it. I always think. You may win it, but don't complain if you lose it when you let games drift. There's a lot of urgency from either side.
A bit of fear in both ranks, perhaps.
It's a trying to lose mentality. You're just not quite going for it. You just hold off.
James trying to break free of Luke Shaw, who twice then pulled back at him and automatically is going to get a booking for that.
Atkinson let it develop, didn't he? He knew he was going to give a foul. He just wanted to see Reece James to drive in towards the box. A couple of moments at either end, set pieces. Maybe an opportunity to get a goal in this game, which it needs.
Well, we have the right footer from the left side, and now role reversed with Ben Chilwell on the right. Sure, he'll be looking to test the hair directly though. Empty to aim at with a cross. Zuma and Thiago Silva amongst those in there. Chilwell lifts it in and Maguire gets it away. And Cesar Azpilicueta felt that he was being held down.
Harry Maguire was behind Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta got in front of him and he just seemed to just climb over him a little bit. Didn't look too bad. Have a look at it here now. Just wrestling him, he's just wrong side. He's a little bit of a panic on Harry Maguire. He recognises he's got to try and make sure that Azpilicueta doesn't jump. Just get away with it.
Yes, no VAR intervention. Here's Rashford. Mata! And Mendy has to tip it round from the former Chelsea man.
The thing about Mata is, he does hit the target, he's efficient in his shooting. He just dribbles back to him at the edge of the box. He sets it up perfectly. It's a good height for Mendy, it helps him. Checking for penalty? No. Nothing there.
Nothing there and nothing given. Concern for Manchester United is the injury to Marcus Rashford.
He looks in a bit of pain, Marcus Rashford. These are coming together. Look at it there. Maybe there. Thiago. Thiago just swinging his leg there. He's a little fortunate. I was looking at the other two players that were alongside him, not Thiago, who just swung a little leg.
And he caught the bottom of Marcus Rashford's boot. See the effect on Rashford himself. Manchester United are punished by the loss of Marcus Rashford for a corner, which Juan Mata takes. It wasn't Tomine who got the header on. Chelsea had managed to get it away.
As for the veteran Kante, didn't make the most. That one there. Thiago's right boot just swinging towards Rashford. Just watch it. That one. We can argue at both ends there's been nearly penalties. And the Maguire one. And as for the veteran, the Thiago one and Rashford.
Either enough to convince Martin Atkinson, the man in the middle, or Stuart Atwell, who's on VAR duty today. Here's Shaw. Havertz. This is Chilwell. Here's Maguire. Now Mata. To Shaw.
I think the last 5 minutes have probably been Ole Solskjaer's favourite 5 minutes and a half. Chelsea were probably better up to that point, but neither team really. Full throttle. Both of them just happy to do too much of this. One sit off, the other just pass in front. More of the ball in the last 10 minutes. Should have been United's best 10 minutes of the game so far. Actually, a chance, the Mata one, saved by Mendy.
We're yet to see the shackles come off fully from either side.
Still limping, Marcus Rashford. You just look at him there at the bottom of your picture. Doesn't look happy.
One minute added stoppage time. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Havertz pulling back at Fred. It's going to bring him a booking. Here's Mata. Nice little link up with Fernandez. Conte coming back at him. Wan-Bissaka fires it across. Mendy holds on. It looked like being difficult conditions for goalkeepers, but Edouard Mendy nearly scored a bizarre own goal in that first half.
So, Bucks, man, what a boring first half, man. So, it's very boring. I didn't like the rain play a massive part of this game, but it's so boring. It's just back to back, side to side. Just go forward. Sorry, folks. Man, I'm fucking tired. That first half was so boring. You know, been doing this for nearly an hour. We took the results from other leagues. So far, Milan top of the table. So the results, not much in the Premier League so far. Today, let's see, yesterday, top teams you got Verona, Genoa 0-0. Sassuolo drew 3-3 with Torino. Atalanta got beat 3-1 to Sampdoria. So far, Inter are winning 1-0 away to Genoa. No, oh, that was on the 19th. Sorry. So yes, yeah, it was basically just Sassuolo Torino. That was the only game last night, and Atalanta got beat 3-1 away to home to Sampdoria. Inter leading 1-0 away to Genoa. Other games played really later on tonight, and Milan play on Monday against Roma. Sorry, that game, that first half was so boring. I was like, Jesus Christ. I know the rain plays a massive part. It's just like, Jesus, and it's just like, it's mostly to side, back to back. Yeah, some corners, but yeah, the rain played a massive part of this quality of the game. See, Ligue 1. Not much. Marseille winning 1-0 against Lorient, where that team is. PSG are home against Dijon. Who's top in the French league so far? Wow, Lille by 2 points. The 2 points ahead of PSG. Nice are doing okay. Marseille are fourth. Fucking see, see. I know the Spanish league. Real Madrid are beat Barcelona 3-1. Only I think there's only got Bilbao. Osasuna are really 0-0 against. I'm guessing that's Athletic Bilbao or Atletico Madrid. No, it wasn't Atletico Madrid. It'd be like A Madrid. Yeah, Bilbao 0-0. Sevilla are really getting beat by Alaba. And later on tonight, got Atletico Madrid face Real Betis, who I'm guessing Real Madrid's top of the table. No, they're not top of the table. It's Real Sociedad and then Villarreal under former Arsenal manager Unai Emery. Yeah, Madrid's Real's like third. Barca, fucking hell, Barca 10th. I think Koeman's gonna get sacked if they're not turn this around. The Dutch league. Yeah, sorry, I'm checking the results. I was like fucking falling asleep. Like I think I had to like a Rashford's goal, not Rashford's goal, but like chances. There's hardly any chances. It's like, man, let's see, fuck it, let's check who's top of the Dutch league. Ajax by 2 points, 2 points ahead of PSV. Twente, wow, fucking hell, there. Wow, look at Twente, the third. Like, Twente used to won the league under Steve McLaren. Let's go to the chat. Let's go to the Scottish League, and moving on to the Championship. Actually, Celtic and Rangers play tomorrow because Celtic are away to Aberdeen. Rangers are home to Livingston. So far, it's not going to change. Like Hibs are third. You know, Rangers are still top. Rangers leagues. If they keep this up, I think it's going to be a power of the shift because I think the dominance of Celtic is going to end.
Attacking changes
What's up,
if they do
That-
see fit.
I was in the toilet.
And Greenwood line in wait for Manchester United. And
Anyway, so
amongst the multitude
yeah, I
of
hope the
options
second half was played better than the first half. That was a really boring first half.
I don't think we'll see two managers change it too quickly either, because United have been struggling at home and
It's
won't
like
want to get off to the week to
it's
a bad
just like
start.
sideways passing, just got
Chelsea
played
are
the
away
ball
from home
forward.
and might not feel the need to
Just
go
play
chase
it
the game too early. But there is definitely a
Yeah,
lack of
check
belief
the
and
results.
confidence to go the
I
whole
took the
world
Bundesliga
in the
a little
game. They're just 80-85%.
So Chelsea are they're going
Really
front.
overcommitting.
Oh, they're going forward. Sorry. Yeah.
Another yellow card here. It's Fred who's gone into the book.
I'll repeat what I said in the first half. When you let a game drift like this, Lampard loses this game at the end, he has no complaints. Same with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, no complaints whatsoever. You let 45 minutes go like that.
It's a programme to come here, Manchester United, but you think they would be desperate to record their first home win and also to test a goalkeeper who is still very much a Premier League novice.
The games
Had
so far
some
right in
shaky
the
moments with
Bundesliga
his
is
feet.
the
Nearly
Relegation
that
derby
near own goal in the
between
first half, but
Dortmund
his
and
distribution
Schalke.
at the start of the second
0-0.
didn't look particularly comfortable.
Bayern Munich thrashed Frankfurt 5-0.
Chelsea got to try and get through the stick on the ball. United, I think Mata's got to get involved in the game more.
1-2-1 against Hertha Berlin.
You'd normally say Fernandez, but Mata looks the one to me to be
Leipzig
most lively.
under Julian Nagelsmann. Dortmund, if they win this, they go really up to the tie with Dortmund. To tie with Leipzig with 13 points. Schalke, fuck. Look at Schalke. Bottom of the Bundesliga. Bottom. Under
Reece
David
James.
Wagner, the former Huddersfield manager.
Havertz. Now Pulisic.
Chelsea going forward now.
It's Ben Chilwell.
Yeah, it's like boring.
Straight against Aaron
I don't
Wan-Bissaka,
think-
who
No one's
emerges
making
with
a
it.
single shot on target. Higgins United.
Now
Got
Bruno
the ball.
Fernandes picks up the ball that Daniel James needed.
Higgins James.
He's going to take on Azpilicueta.
Oh,
here.
he's so greedy.
He's not out of his stride in the penalty area, but no appeals there to Martin Atkinson.
That's the area of the game that Daniel James has got to improve. The final part when he's one-on-one.
Scored 7 minutes into his Premier League debut against Chelsea. Started last season. Part of a great start that he made, but he hasn't scored in the Premier League since that first month of last season. Here's Werner. Maguire going across to try and deal with Pulisic.
Oh, Chelsea. Is that a penalty? No.
Eased out of the way.
That was just a good tackle.
Again, no real appeals to a referee who turned down Azpilicueta's appeals in that
later on game.
penalties have been very much a
Sheffield United.
theme at the start of this season.
It's going to be Liverpool.
Chelsea have already had quite a few. Manchester United have
Look at the shot.
conceded
United 3
already.
Chelsea got 1 shot on target. Yeah, that game was so boring. It's just like
Here is Azpilicueta, who was
fucking sleep.
the aggrieved party in that first half coming together.
Well, this is that one in the first half. Azpilicueta just gets in between Lindelof and Maguire. Maguire, it is that left arm that's the awkward one. It looks like Floyd Hasselbank said he's strangling Azpilicueta. I think it is more almost resting on him rather than just pulling him back. Azpilicueta will feel aggrieved. It's more of a penalty than the one at the other end.
Which was on this man, Marcus Rashford.
Against Rashford. Lost the ball.
It would have been against that man, Thiago Silva.
I think another thing to mention as to the reason why these two teams are as they are. I think clean sheets are really important to them at this moment in time. Defensive issues. United conceding goals here. Chelsea have having problems defensively as well.
United without a clean sheet in their first 4 Premier League matches. It's the first time in 19 years that they've started a season with 4 games without a clean sheet. Didn't manage one in their opening 5 in that particular year.
And it can dominate the week. You can dominate your psyche of your players. When you haven't had a clean sheet, you get it drummed into you every single day. And obviously we're mentioning it.
Doesn't matter.
Here's Mata.
Oh!
Fred with a strike, and Mata got involved
Oh, yeah, it
again.
was offside.
That's would have been offside, and sure enough was. And they will look to try and introduce the goal-scoring touch of this man, Edinson Cavani. He's joined his 5th club.
You'd have to think that James here on the left would be the obvious choice to be replaced, and Rashford would come from centre forward out here to where he's been playing. Martial's been centre forward.
Here's Reece James. And Thiago Silva to Zuma. Jorginho. Here's Havertz. Chilwell. Now Pulisic, could he make things happen? He finds Kai Havertz. It's Werner. And it's blocked by Harry Maguire. Short for Thiago Silva from Havertz. Well, in the end, though, Kai Havertz.
Oh man, he's trying to pull the strings, but
he wanted there to Pulisic.
His recovery pace helping him out.
Here's Zuma. Well, last year's defeat here, his first in charge, was Chelsea's heaviest loss at this ground since 1965. Once they come here pretty determined that there'll be no repeat this year.
Still searching just for that formula with these new players, trying to get them into the system that works best. This is very much a Manchester United team from last season. Cavani, Tellez, all not playing, but he's coming on. Both of them are, Pogba and Cavani.
The role of Pogba will be interesting as well, as to whether he gets more advanced position. Chilwell stroking it into the path of Christian Pulisic, looking for Havertz with a cross, but it is beyond him, and he was being shadowed anyway by Luke Shaw.
If you're in the universe saying that Manchester United have got Cavani and Pogba to come off the bench, you'd be thinking, what a hell of a starting 11 they've got.
Spent a fair bit of money as well to bring him back. Here's James. Conte. There's Wan-Bissaka. Now Mata. Here's Luke Shaw. Now Fred. Wan-Bissaka couldn't quite get it around Ben Chilwell, but Chelsea unable to break. Lindelof steps in. Here's McTominay. While going long, looking for Daniel James, but Azpilicueta again read the situation. Here's Lindelof to Fred.
The first 10 minutes of the second half, similar to the first. Although he's not been great.
Both teams certainly still playing within themselves. Remains to be seen what the changes will do for Manchester United, but that double is imminent.
You mentioned about Manchester United being desperate to win. This is certainly a move that demonstrates that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer isn't going to wait any longer in the game. He's seen enough.
Control from
Oh,
Fernandez.
that could be a chance.
A great ball too.
Against Rashford.
It's Marcus Rashford.
Wait, just pass it. What he's doing? Oh, he's
Long way
fucking
round.
shit, Rashford.
Fernandez.
Here comes Fred.
Fred.
Here comes James.
Shaw wins the corner. Thought they would pause on the substitutions, but they're not going to. They will make the changes now. Paul Pogba has been making himself pretty useful with cameos as a substitute. A bit too anxious to get on before Juan Mata had come off. He has come on now. Shook it ahead from Mata. And with Daniel James off as well, it is a debut for Edinson Cavani, the 33-year-old with a great goal-scoring pedigree in Europe. Can he bring that to bear in Manchester? They need it now.
Fernandez taking corner.
Fernandez pulls the corner back to Shaw. Flipped in by
Fernandez.
Oh! Well, that was very
That's
nearly
Cavani.
a golden first touch from Cavani into the side netting.
It's certainly cheeky. He makes the run across the near post initially, he doesn't get it, then he does it again. I say that all the time, you don't see enough of it. Strikers really busting their gut to get across that defender. Things happen. Mendy may have had it covered. Instant impact. The Pogba's gone into Fernandez's position, and Fernandez has gone onto the right wing where Mata was. Sure he won't stay there.
Well, even though Manchester United have signalled their intent, Chelsea survive. And here's Conte.
I don't think he'll be too happy over there, Fernandez. Mata was doing okay. Could see Greenwood coming on soon. Over on that side if it stays at 0-0.
Mata has accepted since last season he would be more of a bit part player in Manchester United's Premier League campaign, but he did look a little bemused as he trudged off today. Here's Zuma. Chilwell. Now Azpilicueta. James with a cross. Oh!
Almost scored, Chelsea.
It was a really searching ball, the kind that Chelsea had been crying out for. Havertz couldn't get the touch.
It's a brilliant cross. And Wan-Bissaka at the far post, he gets done by Pulisic. His little touch, Havertz just gets a little nod on it and just takes it away maybe from his teammate who's flying in at the back. Maybe it's Maguire, just gets the touch. Brilliant cross.
Quality ball from Reece James, who was alongside Harry Maguire when they were both sent off in that recent England international, in James's case after the final whistle. Here's Pogba, holds off Jorginho. Now Scott McTominay. This is Fernandez.
I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really likes what Fred and McTominay give him in midfield, that platform. You can see the two of them there working together across the pitch.
Here is McTominay, who generally plays at the back for Scotland. That one across, it's cleared by Azpilicueta.
Against Pogba, against Rashford.
Here's Rashford. Trying to fight off Reece James, who's a determined customer and does win it back for Chelsea. Havertz has got Werner. That's the sole Chelsea presence up ahead of him here.
Oh, against Werner.
Timo Werner.
Oh, he should have passed.
Should away from danger by Lindelof.
Did really well, Lindelof. Just keeps pushing him towards the outside. Just pulls out onto the shoulder. Doesn't commit himself, the defender. Cuts that inside off. Just let him come onto that right foot to shoot and shifters him away from goal.
Chilwell's corner. Zuma climbed. Coming together there between James and Pogba, which has left the Manchester United man grounded and holding his back.
I'm not sure Paul Pogba saw James coming from the wrong side. Zuma felt he was wrestled on the corner, similar to the one in the first half. Not sure about that. This is the one. It's a 50-50. James doesn't do anything wrong. It's a clash of legs in the end. Reece James is down himself. It's just a coming together.
Well, Pogba looks okay again, and if anything, James seems to have, for now, come off worse. He's done well this season, Reece James, for Chelsea. He's made himself a Premier League regular. Well, more action to come on Super Sunday. Southampton against the Premier League leaders, Everton, live from 1 o'clock on Sky Sports Premier League. And followed by Wolves, who've improved after a sticky start against Newcastle. 4 o'clock, Sky Sports Premier League and in Ultra HD. And our Monday night football takes us to Turf Moor. Jose Mourinho's Tottenham, the visitors, to take on Burnley from 7 o'clock. Werner's touch. Here's Fred. Lindelof. It is early to be talking about league tables, but there is the opportunity for Chelsea to at least temporarily move into the top 3 if they were to win here.
I always think at this time of the season, the difference between a draw and a win is people will say that if Chelsea win here, they've had a great start to the season. If they draw, it'll be okay. If they lose, it's not so good a start. The way football is. It's interesting the last 25 minutes to see what both managers want to do. Solskjaer's made his move.
Here's Lindelof. McTominay. This is Maguire. McTominay just delayed it, aware that Cavani might have strayed offside. In the end, it's the road to nowhere again for Manchester United. Here's Shaw.
Be right back.
Aspilicueta's header. Here's McTominay. Shaw. Lindelof. Here's Fred. Maguire has picked out Marcus Rashford, who's got Cavani making a run. It's blocked by Aspilicueta. Retrieved by Shaw, who wins the free kick.
Reece James just gets wrong side, and Aspilicueta tries to push in onto Pogba. He ignores Cavani's run in the middle. He thinks that Thiago Silva's got that covered. Tries to go himself.
To double figures. Still not too much of an examination of Edouard Mendy. Maybe that'll change. Here's Cavani, he's got Pogba in the middle. Can't reach him.
He crossed it, but it needed one of his runs across the near post to cause Mendy a problem. His run's really good down that side, and Pogba just can't get there. By Aspilicueta in the middle.
Here's James. Now Chilwell. Control from Reece James, but Fred got across in front of him.
Frank Lampard making his move now.
And it is an attacking move by the Chelsea manager, Tammy Abraham, who's very much fighting for his place in the Chelsea team now, coming on for the 150th appearance of his league career. Not all of those in the top flight. Timo Werner's day is done. And so too is that of Kai Havertz, with Mason Mount, who made his first appearance at Premier League level here last season, coming on to replace him. Pogba. There's Wan-Bissaka. McTominay just inviting pressure on himself there from Tammy Abraham. Lindelof. Here's Maguire.
Still 0-0. Fuck me, man. This is a boring
Here's
game.
Wan-Bissaka. James.
72 minutes in, you'd have to say Thiago has looked like he's enjoyed himself in the centre of that back three. Looked comfortable. That is working so far for Chelsea. And Splitter and Zuma alongside him.
There was a bit of a rude awakening for him in the Premier League, that helter-skelter draw with West Brom when Chelsea recovered to earn themselves a point. Point here would be one they'd be down injured. Struggling to get back to his feet, Christian Pulisic. Here's Chilwell. Pulisic back involved again, although Lindelof not prepared to afford him any room, and he's straight back down again now, the American. And before the free kick is retaken, Pulisic can have some medical attention.
McTominay just definitely gets the ball. It's whether they follow through. See it better from this angle. Passes the ball back.
No hard feelings between the pair of them. 15 minutes remaining, and this is a period in which Manchester United generally come strong.
Well, they've got enough attacking options on the pitch. It's just getting them into good positions. Chelsea have defended really well. Fernandes has just got a little bit out of the game since he's on the right-hand side. Here he is now.
Looked across by Fernandes. Here's Rashford. Mount who emerges with it. Rashford tracking back and bundles him out of the way.
15 minutes
going to
go.
give Marcus Rashford a booking. Are you allowed to book a national treasure?
Well, he gives it away. It's the frustration of giving it away that causes him just to slide in.
McTominay wrestled out of it by Tammy Abraham. And he then fouls.
Ooh. McTominay's down. Yeah, hamstring.
McTominay is feeling it.
That's a delayed reaction from McTominay. He's got back up again. A strange one. foot just seems to get stuck in the ground, and then he gives way again after that. He's moving around now.
Seen quite a few muscular injuries at the start of this season, probably a result of the quick turnaround from last. Closing down there from the front by N'Golo Conte. Here's Shaw. Thiago Silva getting the better of his one-time teammate Cavani. And here's Harry Maguire. Here's Pogba. Now Shaw. Back from Bruno Fernandes. Paul Pogba. Shaw. Back to him from Bruno Fernandes. And Thiago Silva, awkward for him on the stretch, concedes the corner. Well, a draw would mean it would be the first time in 48 years that Manchester United had failed to win in their first 3 home league matches of the season.
Shit.
There'll be more big home games to come, one in Europe, another one in the Premier League against Arsenal. Can they find that extra edge here from Bruno Fernandes' kick? Lindelof tried to line it up. It was a little away from Fred, though. Fernandes. Here's Lindelof. Now Rashford. Tried to get it back into the path of Lindelof and did.
Ooh.
Pogba!
Oh.
Well, Silva struck it clear into the midriff of Edinson Cavani.
Well, nearly 10 minutes ago was adding time.
Came back to him. It's half a chance. His weaker left foot. Lindelof does well. He's played well today, Victor Lindelof. You wonder whether he could have hit it himself, but he chooses to push it back to Paul Pogba, who just can't get the shot away.
Well, Chelsea unleashing another one of their exciting talents. Christian Pulisic being replaced by Hakim Ziyech. The third appearance from the bench for the Moroccan international, who was alongside Donny van der Beek at Ajax, as they lost the 2017 Europa League final to Manchester United. And Mason Greenwood's introduction is not going to be that far away now either.
Front 3 change for Chelsea. United's final sub on its way. What is a little bit of a mystery is the use of Van der Beek since being signed for 40 million. Doesn't seem to be the forefront of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's plans in every game.
Has featured in all of them up until now, but sparingly, and still to start in the Premier League.
It's a bit of a mystery, that one.
No.
The more he doesn't start, the more he doesn't come on, the more you're thinking, well, £40 million player, ordinarily you'd get him in the team. He must be thinking, what am I doing here at this moment in time?
Left to stew it in the rain for now as Manchester United look for their breakthrough moment. But Aaron
Is that
Wan-Bissaka
a penalty?
went down on the edge of the area, and Martin Atkinson, who was close by and straight away waved away those appeals, which were automatically looked at anyway by VAR. But the check was very quickly completed.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka just throws himself to the ground. There's nothing in it. He gets straight up, doesn't appeal for it. Mason Greenwood is on.
So this is United's third and final change. Scott McTominay is off. And Mason Greenwood, who is a player who probably needs now to be listening to the right kind of influences after what happened with England and reportedly what's gone on with Manchester United, although his manager has launched a staunch defence of him. It would be sad to see such a promising career wasted.
Well, it's as attacking as it could be for United now. Greenwood, Cavani, Rashford, Pogba and Fernandes all on the pitch. Probably 10 minutes to go, including the added time.
Fernandes. Greenwood.
Chelsea's game plan hasn't changed. That clean sheet seems so important to them. Frank Lampard's had enough of conceding goals in the Premier League.
Yes, those leakages against Southampton and against West Brom have scarred them.
Kante.
Could there be a greater reward
James.
in this for them yet? Reece
The
James
cross
looking
the
for
first
another
time.
quality ball in there. That one was cleared by Wan-Bissaka. Azpilicueta capable of providing two, but that one is
With Chelsea.
cut off by Luke Shaw.
Tammy Abraham in the middle there, screaming at his teammates, come on, let's get this goal. He fancies it as well. He's been patient during this game, Chelsea manager.
Goal was a disappointment, cleared by Bruno Fernandes. Not the start really that Ziyech wanted.
Oh, such a poor delivery. His teammates down. The chance here.
Well, they need to be better from this one, Chelsea, if they're to get anything from this game in the final 5 minutes or anything in terms of a victory anyway.
Here comes James.
James with a cross, with a teasing ball in there, but they did manage to deal with it for now. Chilwell. Azpilicueta. Here's Mount. Back across from James, and that's come off Fred for a Chelsea corner.
Yeah, just getting a little bit frantic for United. Lindelof and Fred both not clearing well.
Well, from the substitutions they made, it looked as though it was Manchester United who'd become emboldened, but it's Chelsea who've made changes of their own, who are now, as the final whistle approaches, carrying the greater danger. Ziyech will be hoping for a better delivery from this side. Cleared again.
That was poor by
Jorginho
Jorginho.
unable to follow up.
Disappointed with his delivery again.
4 minutes.
If Chelsea took have a goal, it would be the classic away performance.
Here's Rashford. Here's Wan-Bissaka. It's Greenwood's cross.
What was
Cleared by
that?
Azpilicueta. It was a spectacular attempt from Fernandez. Fred. Lindelof showing plenty of purpose.
Now he's going to go forward. Here comes that Greenwood. He's quality.
Greenwood's cross.
Oh my God, Cavani was there.
By Thiago Silva, will know his movement so well.
I think the two best players on the pitch have been Lindelof and Thiago Silva. Both involved in that attack. Lindelof driving forward and then Thiago Silva. What a block that is on Cavani.
Well, when Chelsea were spending their money, a lot of the questions were being asked about the lack of a defender being brought in, but they bided their time and got in Thiago Silva. And despite the baptism of fire that he had, he really has looked at home today.
Here's Reece James.
Here's Reece James. And here comes to deal with that.
Well, Lindelof, one centre-back, drives forward and Greenwood puts it across. So we've seen Cavani's runs across defenders have been good, but that block, brilliant from Thiago Silva. Really good today. The centre of that back three, as is this man on the ball for United.
Well, will one of these teams pay for their earlier conservatism? Manchester United had started to ask the questions, but for once today, Lindelof has given it away. But Bruno Fernandes ensures there's no embarrassment. Rashford. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Fred. Maguire. Now Shaw. Cleared by Zuma, and this is Pogba. Played in by Bruno Fernandes. Thiago Silva in the right place again to deal with it. This clean sheet means absolutely everything to Chelsea now.
Minutes. How many minutes?
Fred. Fernandes. Wide by Pogba. Fred gets it through. Doesn't get through.
Richard from the box. Rashford there! Oh my God, that is a good set back.
Called upon, the goalkeeper does his job.
Well, that's why he's been brought in. Rashford really completes the most incredible week for himself personally. Hits it brilliantly.
4 minutes.
It's the anticipation, I think. He's ready to go. His spring's fantastic. Oh, he thinks it's in.
Will there still be something for Solskjaer to celebrate? Edouard Mendy brought in from the same source as Petr Cech, who of course has been added to the goalkeeping roster for the Premier League this week, just in case.
Nil.
Pogba. Here's Fernandes. straight through that time for Greenwood. Still a couple of minutes of stoppage time left. United aiming to keep banging on the door here.
Is that a free kick?
That's
No.
played against Aaron Wan-Bissaka for the goal kick.
Yeah, no.
He wanted a foul. Chilwell gets there first. It's just a follow through. Maybe has a claim, Wan-Bissaka.
Well, Manchester United have scored in their last 29 matches in all competitions since a goalless draw with Wolves in February, but it looks as though this will be a day when they're frustrated. Mendy playing his part in that for Frank Lampard. A goalkeeper who was without a club and earning unemployment benefits 6 years ago. And now, after this high-profile move to Chelsea, proving his value already and set to keep a clean sheet for the third appearance in a row. It's handball from Shaw, and it wasn't seen or the referees played on anyway.
In the final minutes,
It's
Kante.
N'Golo Conte, stopped by Fred.
In a second, we've got a few seconds to go.
Here's Shaw. Rashford.
You should be in the box, Rashford. Okay. Let's give her a good cross. Wan-Bissaka takes
Wan-Bissaka earns the throw
a
in.
few more seconds.
One last chance, maybe.
Greenwood,
Mason Greenwood.
10 seconds.
Fernandes
Good
with
cross.
Pogba
Nobody's
looking to
there.
get in. Change it into clears.
4, 5
Harry
seconds.
Maguire.
3, 2, 1.
Here's Rashford.
Nope. That's it.
Well, Manchester
Fair
United are
result.
still searching for a home league win. Chelsea,
So,
who
yeah,
haven't had a goalless draw
That was a
under
good save by
Frank
Mendy,
Lampard
but
until
yeah,
Tuesday against Sevilla.
hope you
Now 2 in a
enjoyed
row.
my
It was
live
Mendy,
reaction
their
of
saviour at the
Manchester
end in
United
keeping out
Chelsea. If you
the
like it,
shot from
you can
Marcus
just
Rashford.
below,
But in truth it was
subscribe to the
defences
on
on
YouTube.
top.
Yeah,
Thiago
tomorrow we'll do the
Silva
Arsenal game against
outstanding
Leicester.
at the
I'll
heart
be
of the Chelsea
about
defence, and likewise
7 kickoff
Victor
that game,
Lindelof
so
at the heart
maybe 7
of
PM.
the Manchester United
Anyway,
backline.
gentlemen, officially
Chances
signing
were
out.
at a premium.
Check you later.
Manchester United